Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be talking Hermès. Yes, new bags. Fall Winter 2022. You best believe we're going to dissect them as if they were frogs attached to a table and we have to kind of, biology class. First, subscribe to my channel. Push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob all spelled together there for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday and you're all welcome to join the live chats. Hello my co-chatters and co-conspirators. Listen you guys, so we were just filming another video, a Chanel news flash scoop. You should check that one out. I don't know if I'm going to post it before this one or after this one, but juicy news. And we were talking also about Hermès and how they play their marketing games and how annoying they are with their, Birkins and Kellys, and how their other ugly ass bags are on their website available to purchase for the same price as the Kelly. And they're available to purchase, and then they have their wish order where you could kind of tell them what you want and they can manufacture it for you, but never ever do they offer you to get a Birkin under that order or Kelly. It's because they artificially keep them mysterious and it's really irritating and annoying. But anyway, so Hermès, Pret-à-Porter Fall Winter 2022 hits the runway and new bags hit the runway. And you guys, we're going to analyze them together. We're going to review them together now. Are you excited? Or nobody really cares? Richard says, I'm impatient. Hermès is better at managing people's expectations. Chanel has people chomping at the bit for things and it makes me too anxious shopping with them. With Chanel, if you pre-order, you get it. Bottom line, but it takes time for them to receive the stuff, but you will get it if you pre-order it. And you can't do that you can't say to Hermès, hey, I want to pre-order a Birkin. If they don't offer you the opportunity to have your wish order, your custom-made order, unless you don't have the right connections and you're the right client and they give you the permission to, but not everybody can. At Hermès, just do that. Hermès can keep their Birkins. I find them boring. Jesus says, are you going to show the missing chromosomes, Kellys and Birkins? Yes, or the extra chromosome. You are going to pre-order a journey, says the Wind Testy. That is true, says Richard. LMAO, says Debbie. Okay, let's get straight to it. Beggin Ferret. I just zoomed in the bag so we get to see. Oh, by the way, I'm still recovering from the lockdown syndrome, the candy cane, I call it. So I will be coughing from time to time. My apologies for that. Okay, so we have an H, little kind of clutch moment here with a little handle. She's holding it. Leather. If you like the H, it's a moment. But the Wind Testy says, okay, this bag is kind of a vibe. It's a no from me, says Bubbles. Chanel is in the house. Whoop. Meh, nothing special, says Heidi. Nicole Popinchuk says, looks like a wine bottle carrier at that angle. No, says Rachel. Okay, ghastly, says Julie. Great gowns, beautiful gowns, says Jesus. Yes, not a fan of these Frankenstein Birkins. Okay, let's see the next one. It's going to be the same, just slightly different. So this one has, I guess, the contrasting stitching in white as opposed to the other one. Little tiny handlets. It's like a wallet with a handle. I don't really like that H. I don't need to carry an H. There's no H in my name either, so it's not like, what does it mean to me? Not much, I'm not begging Ferret. No. So there, that's Fall Winter 22. The next one. Okay, so this little giblet, you zip it around and the top opens and flips. And it has that here on the exterior part, like a little concave thing. I guess it's referencing horses or horse riding or something. It's a bit pretentious in its simplicity. And this is something that Hermès always overdoes. They're like, they're like this geeky type of company that's like a geek when it comes to bags. And they're like, oh, we have the capacities to make a little extra corner in the leather and make a little turn thing, and it just complicate stuff. And nobody like who else agrees with me on this? The worst flaps ever are Birkin Kelly and the H bag, like with those pull things on the sides, the little latch thing. I know it's iconic. Everybody wants that little turn lock and that thing, but the flap with the glazing, you put it inside, you can't put it on top. It's so messy to lock the little chains together. So everybody just lets them dangle and open all the time because it's cool, but then your bag is not protected. It's such a mess, and they always find ways to mess something up. Not saying that this is kind of one of their simpler bags to access, and these hit the runway a lot. They're really pushing this one. Let me show you a different colorway. This is more of a kind of like a clutch side. This is like the black version, but again, at the back of the bag has that little kind of horse little detail. Oh my God, Ryan says my ex had the worst flaps ever, and here we go with the innuendos. So okay, this is the black version. Moving on to the next one is the white version. Now there, actually, you see, we can almost take back what we just said, that, oh, this bag actually has an easy access point. Look how complicated that thing is. So you pull the zipper apart, then the strap tucks onto the flap, and the bag would probably just hang open then when you unzip it. But then there's that hole on the side. I don't know why Hermès always manages to mess up. Let's see the next one. Now these are kind of like the clutchy, like baguette shaped. You see what I mean with the back of the bag? It has that little indentation. They probably were like, oh my God, this is like so amazing, you guys. We have a little indentation in the bag. It's like such a detail, such an Hermès detail. And I know it's like some people are going to be geeking out about that element, and they're going to be like, oh my God, this is genius. Let me put on my shade. Let's put on Chanel shades to throw some shade at Hermès, okay? Like, no. You know what I mean? I know there's going to be somebody that's going to be like, oh, that indentation in the back, though, yes. You know, it's like referencing that I know you have one in the back. You best believe they got one in the back of the bag. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is the same one, kind of, you know, with that zipper concept, but in bigger. So this is kind of giving us that trapezoid Kelly-esque shape, but simplified. We only have a zipper now, but we do have that different rendition of the actual strap on top with the little kind of rings or D-rings. Still, once you unzip the thing, once you unzip the flap, the actual, yeah, it's complicated. The actual handle is going to pull off. I don't know. You have to hold the bag from the bottom to really do all of this. Now, this type of mechanism can work on really tiny bags, but not on big bags, because big bags tend to get heavy. And once you unzip them there, it all becomes very wobbly. Moving on to the next one. Rachel says, gross. Just zip it, says Wintesty. I don't know why they bother making new styles. They don't need to. Yeah, I don't know. Because they think this one also, you see how it's constructed in the back? It also has that little indentation. They were like, oh my God, you know, like brain master, right? So yeah, so Richard says, I don't know why they don't need to. Well, they want to keep advancing. They want to keep changing, modifying, because they want to be like, hey, we're not just a Kelly and a Birkin. Look, maybe we're going to hit another iconic design that people are going to fall in love with. Well, this ain't one of them. Hermès, this ain't it. And why are you pushing it so much on the runway? I don't know. Defeats all laws of gravity. Burn them all, says Jack. Brain drain effect, says Futini. Sold only to those on the journey, says Debbie. Lex says, oh, hell no. I added the heel. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is a Kelly-esque moment. Little kind of like fanny pack, but worn, you know, on the chest. You know, I guess maybe detachable strap. The strap has that little tiny classic Hermès little diamond thingamajiggy. Is there watch in there, because some of their watches have that. You lift the thing and then there's like a watch underneath. I hope it's not a watch on your bag strap. That would be so cringe. But sure, why not? If you love it, you love it. You know, if you love the Kelly thing. But again, that strap, the way that you see, again, they complicate everything. They overthink everything. And this is why I don't like Hermès. They're anally retentive with their thinking about the design. So even here, that little flap, unlocking the little things, dangly bits, pulling the flap open, then closing it again is a nightmare. It's not an easy in and out bag. For something this tiny, you need to easily come in and out. You're going to have your wallet in there. You're shopping on the town. It's not a travel bag. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's not a piece of luggage. And so you're going to be too bored and you can't be bothered to lock the bag up like that. So you're going to have it dangling and your wallet is going to be in there. And you best believe in Paris, where they sell these things, you know how many pickpockets are around. And you leave that bag open, your wallet is gone in a minute. Just saying. The leather does look incredible though, Richard, I agree. Okay, moving on to the next one. Yes, Rachel, people will buy that one if they can't get their hands on the Kelly. I love this colorway. Is this a taupe? What is this? Which colorway is this at Hermès? We need to ask our beloved I'm not throwing shade now. I'm just totally blanking out. Purse on Fleek. Thank you. No shade was intended, Purse on Fleek. Mel, I apologize. I wanted to like drop your name like it was hot, but I forgot. Mel would know the name of the color. It's the hydrated manure color. Oh my God. Jesus wins again with the shade. Hold on. He deserves to be red with the reading glasses. It's the hydrated manure color, darling. Yes, a taupe, says Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. So yes, probably a taupe. And now, with a little contrasting stitch-a-majiggy, I kind of... It's cute. What I really don't like is that little metal pacemaker. That's right there. It's like, it's right here. Look at me. But the baglet is kind of cute. Now, imagine that thing had a top handle. It would be a Kelly. A different type of Kelly, because it doesn't have little feetlets. It's a foldable Kelly. But give it a little top handle and it's a little Kelly. Just say it. Just saying. Do it, Hermès. Do it. And make it available. All right. Moving on. Okay, now this one is giving me that nylon Prada vibe, but in leather, like the little baguette moment. You know, like a vibe, like, you know, with the little, you see the little tiny little details on the strap, on the handle strap. A little bit S&M, a little bit of bondage going on there, you know, things you can attach to it. And then that ever so subtle Hermès made in France on the inside of the shoulder strap. It's like, you know if you know. But then, of course, we got the Kelly lock, which, of course, reveals everything. So this is like a wallet on chain. Basically, this is Hermès's version of a slightly more SM version of a wallet on chain. Again, with that little pacemaker moment. I mean, if you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. You know. Rachel says, okay, this is the best so far. A wallet on pain, says Jack. Yeah, because it's an SA moment. Really Prada looking, says PJD, right? It's Prada-esque. I'm actually surprised because this thing doesn't look like Hermès, because that strap is not Hermès. Of course, the Kelly lock is the Kelly lock, but then again, like what? We can put the Kelly lock on anything and call it a day. But anyway, interesting-ish. Can they rhinestone one? I need ratchet Hermès. Oh, Wintesty, you should contact Trisha Paytas. I'm sure she could hook you up, girl. With a rhinestoner. With a rhinestoner for a Kelly and a Birkin. Moving on. Okay, here we go to that chromosome comment that Jesus left. It's giving 90s Dior, the other clutch thing. They always use box leather on the runway, but it is so hard to get a box bag in store. Kerry says, I think it's the Kelly to go with a new strap on. Fotini says, I feel suffocated, depressed, bad in general. Yeah, that's the look. Rachel says, haha, WTF is this? So this is a Kelly that has been reinvented by Picasso himself. Yes, Hermès has... The real thing about this bag is not the bag. It's the fact that Hermès has found a way to resuscitate, resurrect Picasso from his grave and told him, Picasso, we're going to let you die again, girl. We're going to let you rest in peace. But first, design a little cubistic Kelly for us, will ya? And Picasso says, of course I will. Well, that's a French accent. I guess with the Spanish accent he would say, of course I will. And he did. And so we have this Kelly that is asymmetric. And in particular, that frontal pocket, you see how they cut the leather at the bottom, and it's one piece of leather, and I'm sure their designers thought that's the best part of the bag, that kind of like bending leather that is one piece. I'm sure they got their little orgasms doing that one. And then it kind of goes to the side and the back, and on the other side there's another flap. I think it's, let me show you the next picture with a lighter version of the said Kelly. Sorry, it's the same one but just zoomed in. So it has the little feet at the bottom. You see the little tiny metal little giblets, and then it has its little strap. I don't mind this bag. I would, however, not have such a long strap like they did for this one. I would just have a top handle. Let me show you the next color. The next image is actually the lighter version of said bag, so we get to see a little bit more details. So you can see that the flap in the back also kind of opens. I guess it's a two-sided Kelly, I want to say. Yeah, Jesus says it's kind of cute, not gonna lie. No, it is kind of cute. And you can see what I was talking about, that kind of bottom that probably got the designers like super excited, hard-ons and all, because that leather pocket protrudes, and then there's that corner at the bottom, and that's still one piece of leather. And like, to do that, it's craftsmanship. I get it, I respect it, like, but I would like that Kelly to have a little handle, not that longer strap to always carry on the shoulder. I think it would be really cutesy if you had a little top handle on that one. It's a confused Kelly, but Debbie cannot stand asymmetric things, but human beings are asymmetric. Debbie, we only got a heart on one side, not on both. So you can't stand humans, but we already knew that. Looks like they effed up the production. Yeah, but they're only going to make... That purse is hideous, says Edith. They're probably going to... I'm Confucian, says the Wintesty. I mean, if they gave me one, I would say thank you, and I would wear it. I think it's... I like it. Yeah, I mean, you know, I throw shade where I throw shade, but this kind of cute. It kind of cute. Yes, it would be cuter with a short top handle and a flap only on one side, says Richard. Leslie says, love it. Julia says, not for me, too angular and tan. Well, there was a black one before. Debbie says, it's true. I hate people. Sweet Thing said, they wanted to have a Loewe puzzle bag moment. Right. I prefer this to the Loewe puzzle bag, though. All tea, all shade. Yuck, someone was drunk on a Friday night. Okay, would be boring if we all liked the same things, though, Dacob. Completely agree, Rachel. The color is great, says Sobi. Jesus says, I feel like this Kelly's from Alabama and has a thick accent. The Wintesty says, 1 year from now, this is the hit bag. Oh, yes, you're gonna see big people, names darling in the industry, in the entertainment industry, darling, wearing this bag, darling. Richard does not like the puzzle bag either. I'm also not a... I mean, some of the leathers are really good and some of the colorways, but the whole concept of it, not my cup of tea. Michelle says, hey, I'm in Alabama. This is even more difficult to open. Yes, this one, well, Yeah, the front pocket, no, it's actually easier to open because you only have one strap instead of two to open the front pocket. And the front pocket is not attached to an actual handle like the actual Kelly is. So you can hold it by the strap and and open with just one strap attached to the lock, the front pocket. It's easy to access. The other side might be a little bit more complicated because the other side, as you can see, also has that little leather bit coming out that goes all the way to the front. Anyway, I don't mind this one. I would just change it to a top handle bag. Now, to conclude, of course, it wouldn't be the grand finale without some extra special edition, because when we call talking Kelly, the female runway was all about the Kelly. It was the Kelly. But there's also the male runway. And the bag that stood out the most on the male runway was a Birkin. Let me show you the Birkin. Oh, that's not the Birkin. That's the close-up of that Kelly munchkin. Great. Begging for it, living for it. Now let me show you the Birkin. Okay, a little bit asymmetric there as well. Quite big. The dude is really kind of suffering. You see his muscles are flexing to hold it because you know these bags are heavy, especially when they add all those unnecessary chunky bits to them. So we got this fall-winter 2022 Birkin moment in the size that it's intended to be, like a travel bag, with all these extra added zippolets, pocketlets. Yeah, I blame Picasso, says Fotini. It's kind of like, okay, how do we ruin a Birkin? This is like literally how do we ruin a Birkin, you guys? Looks like an obese Birkin, says Trish. Rachel says, I could sit in that. Yeah. Yeah. A nasty comment comes to mind, but I'm going to spare my channel of that because YouTube will not like it. Rocky vibes? A little bit, maybe. Looks like Photoshop gone wrong. Achha. This is horrendous, says Denise. Yeah. It's a Dior saddlebag X a Birkin. Edith says, that purse was born with a congenital malformation. Kuroyoru, they should have used denim. They should have not done it. Is that what they call Birkin? Wait, is that what they call? Oh my god. Is that what they call the rock? Hui Chang says, smart Dacob, the inside will scratch my insides. Top handle. You should go help Hermès. What are they thinking? H locked me out of the store 2 evenings back as apparently needed now in Singapore too. What? Oh my gosh. That's not cool. They just locked you out? Oof. That's rough. Xi says, unnecessary is the word. Just what were they thinking? Are they trying to be edgy? I don't know, but it's like really kind of sad. It's like, yeah, we're gonna be like so cool, dude. We're like, let's set a pocket, dude. A little zipper pocket, dude. It's like a little asymmetric moment, a little chain, like a little piercing moment in the top flap, dude. And I'm like, and for that, you're gonna charge at least like $4,000 or $5,000 more when I could get a chance to actually get the real deal for cheaper? No. Ooh, Jizzes. Oh my god, Jizzes is on a roll today, you guys, because we shot a lot of videos and he be dropping them bombs. It's not edgy, but they're definitely edging their clientele. Alp says, boring. Kinda lazy designing. For the prices, ya would expect something better. LOL. Edith says depressing. Silala says, is that meant to teach toddlers how to button and zipper and buckle? Could be. Really rich toddlers. Somebody forgot a needle when they were making it, says Edith. Denise says, looks like they have made it out of a leather biker jacket. Disclaimer. No bikers were hurt in the process, or were they? Fotini says, they tried to be interesting. I don't know. Yeah, they're trying too hard, aren't they? Kevin says Haiti did a better moto jacket bag for SLP. I thought you. Why was I thinking SJP? I was like, wait a minute. Sex in the City? When? The pocket and the zip is pukish, says Trish. The wind testy. Do they sell just the belt? Doesn't even have a. Oh. I have just the belt when Gautier was working for Hermès. They did the choker version of the Kelly. I have that. That is really cool. Yeah, I just walked back in on the. Um, yeah, Richard, it does give me a little bit Moschino vibes, doesn't it? It does. Huey says, does anyone know if Hermès and Louis Vuitton hand out fragrance vials? Like, was told, can try Louis Vuitton, but I haven't tried as I hardly head out. Thank you. Want to try Twilly fragrance. They have samples of perfumes. I don't know if in every country. Oh, Saint Laurent Paris, Kevy says. Sorry. Gotcha, girl. Susie Q says, nope. Jesus says, it's giving Moschino for oligarchs and senior citizens. And with that, I think we can end it. This has been the review of the Hermès Fall-Winter 2022 bags and baglets. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? If you love them, which one of them is your favorite? Which one of them is your least favorite? You know, let a girl know. Share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. Subscribe to my channel. Thumb up this video if you've liked it and want more fun content like this. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.